Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. I am Brendan Farrell. This is the Red Horde, and we're here to watch Wrexham this morning. Or I guess if you're in Wales, it's the afternoon, right? Yeah, Blackburn Rovers away. Way to start off the new year, hopefully with the W. Keep us in and around the top 10 where we think we should be, right? Where we want to be. Shaun is lurking in the background, trying to make himself pretty, pump it into a system to keep him away. Our great friend Welsh Techie has sent a pic, which I love his pregame pics, from Blackburn. So I'm throwing that up on the screen, and I have to tell you that I would not think that this is a professional football stadium. Looks like a hospital, or I don't know, maybe even a high school or something. But yeah, there's Blackburn. Thanks to him for that. President Xi joining in. Oh yeah, I should call out everyone else that's up bright and early. Charles is heading off to work shortly, unfortunately for him. Told him he should flop and tell his boss he can't make it. Des, of course. And one of the Davids in nice and early, helping us out. Maybe we can get to our Dave quota early. Des, by the way, is one of the few people that, like myself, listened to Shaun and joined the kind of fantasy pick'em league that Shaun set up. And Des is doing quite well. He's in second place right now. Oh, my audio is low? Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Surprising. Let me see here. Where's my mic at? Well, everything looks pretty good. Anyone else picking that up? Hey, Jason, how are you? Jason, am I coming in low for you as well? Yes, David Wood is a little ways down. You get half the season to climb your way back. Yeah, Jason is struggling a little bit. Dave Foster, though, is it Dave Foster or Wrexham Dave? Someone is getting absolutely looped on the scoreboard in that group. All right, I didn't want to steal it from Shaun because I know he's lurking in the background, but we're getting to 10 past the hour, so I'm going to go to the scoreboard. Give me a second here. Well, I'm not going to go to the scoreboard. I guess. Oh, it's just your end, Des? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't seeing anything, but I appreciate you throwing that out there, even if it temporarily scares me. I'm going to jump to the lineup. Let me see here. So I was kind of surprised. We're using every midfielder we have except for Sheaf. So Arthur in the back. I was worried initially when I saw no Max in the starting lineup, but then I did see him on the bench. So I was like, okay, maybe, I was worried that he was hurt and I missed it somehow. So you got Scar, Hyam, and Doyle. So I don't believe we've seen this pairing. They got Cody and Cleworth on the bench, Burton as well. And then you got Dobson, Matty James, Longman. Then it looks like we're going 3 up front, but instead of having Moore and Broadhead and Windass, we have Smith in for Moore, and then for Broadhead and Windass, we have O'Brien back in, playing way up front, and Ollie Rathbone. So really, it's not all that surprising. The O'Brien one is slightly more surprising than is maybe Rathbone, only because, Rathbone's had a couple of goals in limited amount of time. So you're thinking, okay, he's earned it, right? But obviously with Windass hurt as well, because you have Broadhead in on the bench, but you don't have Moore or Windass, so both of them appear to be down. So it's a lot of midfielders. Interesting lineup. Yeah, that lineup doesn't inspire Swirly either. Dave Foster's making his excuses, saying he gave up on the fantasy league a little while ago. He still puts in a lineup though. He still takes his guesses. And Dave Nicholson in. This is a great sign. We're flush with Dave's very early on. This is good news for us. I do not see much from Blackburn here. Unlike Shaun, I am not as familiar with every single player on every team. Des, you think we're a defensive lineup? It's interesting. So many games don't need to be burnt out. Yeah, I hear you. We have to swap out the teams. And we do have, this is Thursday. We have a game on Sunday. So I understand, letting some guys get some breaks. Thought it was interesting though. Kakache is McLean still on his 3-day timeout in the corner. AZ Randy, Arizona Randy. That's kind of like one of the first times I've seen you in, Randy, now that you have the AZ in front of you. Ever since everyone's names changed, it's interesting to figure out who's who. Yeah, I agree. So Randy's making an interesting point. If we go back to the lineup and look at it, if you're talking about a hustle team, and you're all hustle team, having O'Brien, Rathbone, and Smith up front, I never have anything negative to say as far as them hustling their butts off and pressing. And then you got Dobson in the back to follow that up. Thomason and Longman on the wings, and Matty James holding down the defense. I'm thinking this team could be surprising. Like, we're expecting this is I don't know that everyone has the same thought as me. This is the B team, this is we're taking a break team, but I would say that this team is a hustle team. I would expect that we're going to be all over them, and I think we could end up stealing a few and making stuff happen in the midfield, letting them not get going, get more breakouts than you think. Not to mention the fact that Many of these guys are pretty good with the ball at their feet, right? So moving forward should be a lot easier. I see you there, Sean. I'm just trying to set you up. I don't know why that did not take the first time. Try it again. Trying to get Sean all set up in the background here. Now tried twice. Let's see what's going on. All right. I am struggling trying to bring Sean in here. Not understanding why. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Sorry for the delay, guys. This is not being cooperative. Yeah, I am punching in. Well, there's something with the Video Ninja control room. I'm copying the link and it is not accepting it. Scrambling in the background here. Sean's trying to make me laugh while I'm focusing on trying to fix things here. Let's see, what if I changed Sean and me? Let's see. If I just killed myself here, let's see. Is that so I am back. It is definitely a Sean Link thing. So I am trying to make some stuff happen. You guys keep going in the chat for me. Sorry for the delay. W and G talking about Windass Kiefer Moore not being in the starting lineup. Yeah. Sean, how about you disconnect and reconnect, because I see, is that what you're doing? This, it will, it's not letting me take your link. I've put it in. All right. Sean's going to go out and come back in. Definitely not a lobster. I haven't seen that tag in our chat. Hey, Denise, how are you? Deandra jumping in. Ashfield comes in for Rathbone in the 80th minute and scores. I did see Ashford on the bench, and I was kind of excited about that. Low key, I think that's one of Sean's and my, sneaky favorites. We love seeing him get in the lineup. So, yeah, that would be great for him to get an opportunity. Get some front. Trying Sean's new code there. See if that works. No, it is not working. Not understanding this at all. He's bouncing out again, trying to bounce back in. Yeah, Des, I know that Windass moving on thing, but now that they're clicking and it looks like he would be like our going forward lineup would be both Broadhead and him in at the same time. I th- I was wondering if it was more him complaining that he's felt he's done enough to be in the starting role and wasn't. And he probably expressed that frustration to his father, who then decided to do something about it and put out the tweets on X, right? That's I don't know. That's what I was thinking was the case. Um, and I would guess, now that they've kind of changed their lineup a little bit and more Windass and Broadhead are out there at the same time, I would guess that he would be more comfortable with staying. I don't know. That was the feeling I got, or a hope, I guess, more than feeling. Sarah talking about Windass with a bruised calf. Yeah, I mean, like I said, with them playing on Sunday, you had to give some people a rest, right? Um, and they decided to go Blackburn away for the rest. So, yeah, I mean, full commit. Like instead of taking out some guys on one day, some on the other, they just made massive changes. Travis, great to see you. What time do we have? 8 minutes to the start. I'm going to get myself up and running on Paramount Plus because getting Shaun working is just not happening at the moment. Not really sure why. Um, let's see here. He's back in. All right, let me see. Shaun's back up and running. Let's see if I can get him going. No, I cannot. Oh, so Shaun and I are trying to figure out what we're going to do here. Um, I think the refreshing. So yeah, Shaun. I think that refresh will not kill the stream. Um, hey, Andy, I'm going to try something. My video is going to pop off for a second. I will. Yeah, let me put you guys on the Welsh Techie Discord screen while I'm running around in the background. Um, I will transfer that there, and then I will disappear from the lower part of the screen. I will be back in a moment, I hope. Otherwise, we may restart the stream, but I think we'll be good. Just give me a moment, guys. All right, I killed the stream. Brings me back. Does not like Shaun. I don't know. It's the first time, Shaun, that I see it has on. It has like a. It's. I guess you're on battery. You're on something that says battery. So that's the first time I've seen a little battery symbol up in your thing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm confident. Mm, I'm roughly confident that it's you, not me. But um, yeah. Well, we can do one of two things. Either I can run the show and we can keep pedaling in the background, or you can try to think about this, or we can kill the stream because the game's about to start in 3 minutes, and then you can run everything from your place. Or do you want to come in over something like Discord? Hey, Thomas, Woody, nice to see you guys. Sorry for all the chaos here, guys. You're gonna have to. You can't go into Discord without killing your. Can't. You can only attach your camera and mic to one thing, so you're gonna have to jump out of OBS, Video Ninja. All right, I'm gonna get my Paramount up and get this thing going. All right. John Lane jumping in. he mislabeled the match. It's not. Sean doesn't do that. What are you talking about, Deandra? The women's game. So they have both the Blackburn players and the Wrexham players out there. It looks like they're doing a moment of silence. I'm not sure for what. Astrakov, it is 7:29 for me on the East Coast, and on the West Coast in Vancouver, it is 4:30 for Sean. Giselle, great to see you. Out there giving a round of applause for something. I'm going to change to the screen. I just got notification they started. My Paramount feed hasn't started yet. It's about to. Boy, wow. my my FOTMob score is way ahead. The FOTMob, here we go, starts it off here. Yeah, it's pretty early. Shaun busts his butt to get up, and when he checked his computer and everything, then we realized he wasn't able to get in. So, Northern Border. I don't know. This could be an interesting hustle team. I don't know if I should be down on this team yet. Yeah, the yellow kit's not a good sign. I would agree with you there. We're pressing forward or on the right. Swing it over. Some sort of whistle, sorry. Interesting kit for Blackburn. Oh, wow. Yeah, they took out Ollie. Wow, just absolutely just kicked him in the knees. Is that a yellow? It should be. That would have been a nice breakaway. We got an interesting placement in the center. Going to chip it way wide. Wow. No chance for a header there. Scar plays back around. Yeah, they're going to drill it off of player and throw it in. Yes. Shaun's feed, audio and video is not. I can't get it into my streaming software, so not sure what's going on Shaun's end or. It's going to be thrown in, and they're playing it on the far left side. Ball swung over. It's in the middle. A little misstep. Oh, wow. We just got flattened midfield. Ball's on the far left side. I don't know what that play-in was. That was not great there. Well, they're hustling and pressing. Now they're in some sort of zone. They're not really interesting. Playing some sort of zone here. We're not really pushing up on the goalkeeper or the back line if they stay in the center. And when they throw it out wide, we press. Longman fighting with, wow, they gave that to Blackburn. I thought that was us. Ball gets swung back to the keeper, almost get it intercepted there by Smith. Blackburn on the far side. Going back to the keeper. We're showing a lot of hustle here like this, though. We're pressing him in the corner. We got him boxed in. He's trying to find a way to knock it off a player. Blackburn, are they giving them a throw-in? Or is that Rex? I thought it was Wrexham. All right. Win it back. Nice hustle. This is great to see. So Wrexham throw-in. Yeah, isn't this this is nice seeing us press and trap a team into the corner like that. No yellow on that that awful bullshit attempt to tackle there on Rathbone. Ball's getting knocked around in the middle, back and forth possession-wise. Blackburn has it. I'm going to scurry around in the background here for a second, guys. See if I can get Shaun going. And he is in.
Holy cow. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching the world. Yeah, thanks for covering for me. And I don't know what happened. I woke up on time. I just wanted to get extra coffee. So I'll jump in on this, and then we're going to talk on the half. There's lots to talk about, and I shut everything down to do this, so give me a moment to get into it as I'm at 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and I have no chat up, no nothing. But Dobson's got the ball, and that's all that matters to me. Been a good start for anybody who's been sitting in the background. Early foul on Rathbone. Surprised the card didn't come out, and we've had control of the ball until I obviously show up, and here comes Blackburn down the pitch. Hedges to the left-hand side. Is that going to go too far? It's a cross all the way far post. Found a man, lifted up over top, and nothing there. And the away fans, by the way, the Wrexham fans, in full voice. Brendan, so I haven't addressed you publicly. How the hell are you?
I am good now that we got it all working. And I don't mind bugs as long as I wasn't the major problem, and it was nothing I could resolve. So
I'll blame you anyway. So.
That's okay.
Let's get into it now, just while we're in a break of the action. Windass not in the lineup. There's only two reasons. The Rangers fans think it's because he's coming to them imminently, and so we're holding him off in the January window. That's not the reason. The reason I think it is, and nobody talks about it because they effed it, is he's on concussion protocol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn the doctor, and I use whatever expletive I can use. We could see from the TV camera and that he wasn't ready to go. Bryn and I were both freaking out on the chat. The doctor dropped the ball. He put health secondary to outcome in a single match, and that's not what you do to people. That's why the rules exist. The EFL has its headshot protocol. It was not followed, and that's on him as the doctor not calling it, because that's his job as an independent. And I will put that out there. Nobody's talking about it. I'm the only guy. I went to Twitter. I was like, did nobody else see it this way? I went back and watched the video multiple times. I'm still of the same assessment, and not happy. Somebody had to recognize that. And it upsets me greatly that they would jeopardize a man's career and his health for 3 points. That's always secondary. Yes, I want the club to win, and yes, I want the best guys out there, and yes, I want to go for everything. And maybe at the time you don't know and you're overreacting, but they dropped the ball on that one, and I'm pissed about it. And I can't read the chat to see what everybody is saying and screaming at me. They probably think I'm wrong. I don't think I am. Anyway, I don't know if you have anything you want to contribute to that before I jump back at it.
I mean, I don't know. We grew up in a day where they didn't handle concussions properly, right? And
and people died.
Yeah, but I mean, and I know it probably explains a lot and why it took me so long to get you on the stream. But I've been concussed, I don't know how many times, to the point where they had to pick me up, wake me up out cold in games, and seconds later I'm back in, or I'm playing, right? So it's not like you're automatically going to suffer some sort of damage. It's just if you get hit again, right? And so it doesn't mean he suffered long-term damage or anything.
Agreed.
And there's a little difference when you're an adult, and they should save him for his own sake, because a player's not going to want to feel like he's going to want to take himself out. He's going to feel peer pressure to stay in. But here's a ball.
Trouble here. Just hold on a second. Ohashi coming in, right foot, blocked down, turn it the other way. Opportunities there, stepped over by Matty James.
Yeah.
And not a good pass. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, you want to take that out of his hands so that he doesn't feel like he has to man up even when he doesn't feel right. I get that. But at the same time, as a competitor and an adult, I would be upset if they took me out. I wouldn't want to
100%, but that's why the rules are there. And on all of the sports, the rules are there that the doctor makes the call, and as the player, and you've seen it in hockey and football where somebody gets concussion protocol and they're pulled out, even just for the assessment, and they're they toss the dummy out of the pram having an exit because they want to get going, and the manager's pissed. But you don't have a saying. That's why, and the EFL has the same protocols. The referee makes the call, or not the referee, the doctor makes the call, and they say you don't have to man up, you don't have to worry about your own business. And it didn't happen, and there's no way a doctor couldn't tell that, because lay people could tell that. Smith, left foot, scores! Too busy talking about the nonsense, we forgot that Sam Smith can add a goal and 3 points, and we can go and get it. And so we'll take it, as we're going to be talking about that for probably too much of the broadcast, but I will take it. We should talk about headshots more often. Because it seems to have, whether it's headshots to the groin or headshots to the noggin, talk about it more often, because we score something. Good stuff happens when people get whacked in the head. Long
Again,
ball.
Sorry, I have to point this out. Go ahead.
I just wanted to get through it. Long, small ball by Matty James, and that was Sam Smith on full pace. It was a glorious pass right over top of McLaughlin, and Sam Smith got there and left foot. Hey, did you play Resident Evil growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Do you look at Blackburn's logo that they got going on there, and do you think that that's kind of like the swirl that they've got from Resident Evil?
I didn't think about that. There was something strange about their unis. It wasn't registering for me. That was a great game, by the way. The first Resident Evil on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. I always pointed out.
Oh, hold on. John says this. We all agree they screwed up 100%. I'm all for yelling at them publicly. Can we yell about it at halftime? Sorry. Yeah.
To stay on the game there. That's what you get with Smith and not more. I'm not saying that I don't want more out there. He doesn't deserve to be the starter, that he doesn't give us a lot, but you get a totally different thing when your guy furthest forward can sprint into the open, and those counterattacks are very dangerous, right? Because you got a guy who can finish with either foot and can hustle his ass off if a good ball is placed out ahead of him, and that's not what Moore will give you. So
I'm curious, John's type in the chat there, I think that came out just before you started to talk about it. So I think I have to give John the credit that he predicted his comment of, I'll take finish, in quotations, finish you wouldn't have likely seen from Moore for $100, Alex.
Yes.
But I 100% agree with you. So we're on halfway, 12 minutes and 45 seconds in. Sam Smith with pace, doing exactly what Brendan was talking about, is busting it through the middle of the pitch and getting behind the defenders as he grabs another one, puts it onto Rathbone, curls around. Oh, he just missed it to the right-hand side. That should have been two.
He seemed to be in such a great position and have the keeper on his back foot. Like, it seemed like, how are you not going to score that?
You just racing a little bit. I got to move this thing. It's right in the way here. This new Wrexham, let's go after it, whether this is formation change in and of itself, whether it's just a mindset and an instruction.
No, it's a bunch of hustlers. You got a bunch of fast players who can play with the ball at their feet.
Well, what was your analogy before? You don't take a whole bunch of Lamborghinis and then make them drive through the school zone at 30 kilometers an hour for the whole time. You let the horses run. Cross, far post, too far, and it's going to get, that was a foul, Doyle.
I don't think it was. I think he was standing there. I think that was a flop.
A flop. 4:44 in the morning on New Year's Day. Who would have thought that we're not fans, Brendan. We're not committed to this. Crazy. And to everybody else who's woken up for this one, bonkers. You're all bonkers. Like buttons down there as we're getting underway, as Pears is going to step up and look to distribute. Man, the Wrexham fans, I don't know if this is top 3 performance for the season. New Year's Day on the road, and they are screaming it as right-hand side. That was Miller with a long ball over top looking for Ohashi. Not able to get it to him, bounces around. It's going to come back and be collected. There's opportunity, Preston. And did that go out or was that a foul? Offside. And I just lose my stream. Are you kidding me with the Gremlins today? And I'm back. Don't give me the spinning wheel of death, DAZN. You wouldn't cover the last game. We went through 2025 pretty much scot-free here with the Tech Gremlins. I thought everything was going, and then all of a sudden, first game of 2026, and they show up and just give us a reminder. Ogonkwo gets us underway. Long kick down the left-hand side, too far, and that's what you don't get from Smith, is he wasn't able to frame anybody off and just completely gave that battle away. Is a man down for Preston, but now he gets up because the referee's not going to blow it down. And that should get you a card. I just hate that aspect of football. Went down for the card, no whistle, and he's back, he's up, and he's gone. Missed touch, heavy touch, and they get a throw in on a giveaway.
Dave Wood, park you to Chelsea.
Today was the free coaches, was it not? Maybe. Ohashi, chest it down. That's the second time Hedges has blown a tire running on the grass. He needs different boots. Don't keep those boots on. Skews free to Smith. He plays it forward to O'Brien. He goes far side as the window was closing for him to get the corner, and so we've had to recycle and bring it back, but that was the right decision. He would have just ran out of real estate, so he wisely drew it back, and that one gets touched and will be throw in for us. Maltese cross day. Things I don't understand. Stuff like Maltese cross day. It ranks right up there with Guy Fawkes Day. I don't know if you in the U.S. have heard of Guy Fawkes.
No.
I think that Americans would have celebrated Guy Fawkes, but for the opposite reason. Guy Fawkes was a guy who tried to blow up Parliament, and they have Guy Fawkes Day where they celebrate. In England, they celebrate his failure to blow up Parliament because they basically strung him up and whatever. But it's interesting. I was in New Zealand, and they do the opposite. They celebrate the fact that Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Parliament and pressed back. It's like kind of the anti-English thing. And I would have thought that Americans would have been all over champion Guy Fawkes after that.
But what was his nationality? Was he just
he was a disgruntled Englishman. He might have been Scottish. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, that's with the Maltese cross and all those sorts of things. Yeah, he was born in York. Anyway, a little bit. If you haven't looked it up, we'll go back. We're getting distracted away from football all the time at 4:00 in the morning. Brain's not running full tilt. Cantwell had it.
You'd be exhausted if you were calling this out. Everyone's flying around.
And the ball, I'm finding, is skewing off of feet in multiple directions. Like there's been midfield turnovers, and there's Cantwell again, gets it and loses it. Smith has it. He gives it away. It's over to the right-hand side. That's going to be Miller draws it back, and now it's to Pears who's going to settle it down. Catholic, there you go. Matty Smith with the assist. Did I say Matty Smith instead of Matty James? Did I mispronounce that when I talked about it? I don't know. Matty James, anyway, had the long ball all the way over top. Cantwell with it again. He's been all over the pitch, but have you seen him, that number 10? He looks like... Now that I say that, he's going to show me some sort of glorious touch, but I haven't seen one guy consistently have as many bad first touches as he has had. Like he has first touches that I think make me believe I could become a professional footballer. Oh, there we go. Whoops, I'm tired. Matty James. Hey, if Matty James and Smith had a baby,
Hey there, swoosh.
Dave, us Brits have a long and proud history of celebrating glorious failure. Hence, people still watching the national team. There's nothing more fun. There should be a watch along for all English football fans during penalty kicks in a World Cup match. Ohashi with the ball. Just the constant pain and the knowing failure. It's so entertaining. Oh, I guess I froze at some point in time. I don't know if I'm back. You'll have to let me know. As it's possession by PNE drawn back, and this early start has people thrown off on the pitch as well. As it's an active but not a pretty. And there's Cantwell again. Bad first touch, dispossessed, and we're on the full run. Rathbone over to Longwell. The cross is there. Oh, side netting. Difficult one. Had to do a slide to get that in there. And Dave Foster throwing out New Year's gifts to everybody. Sponsorships for you can have a sponsorship and you can have a. But this Cantwell guy can stay on for as long as he wants because his first touches are going to give us opportunity just like this. And long, you know what? That ball, that was the best ball that Longman could have possibly given. Any closer and it's stopped by the defender. Any closer to the net, it's stopped by the keeper. It's just Sam Smith with all his pace just couldn't quite get there. Just was spending his birthday money. He got his allowance. Congratulations. And yes, happy one-day belated birthday to Mr. Foster. We have to call you that because now you're 1 year older. You've gained the reverence you deserve. Back underway. I'm just a smart ass at 4 o'clock in the morning. No filter. Ogongo. Sorry, I don't know what is actually very, very good. The stiff drink that we're having in the morning is it's scrambly.
No, this lineup's hustle.
Oh, the line. Yeah, that could be it. Cantwell being, can I call him the worst championship player? I just can't pick that up. Oh, PNE. I've said PNE a couple of times, haven't I? Instead of Blackburn. I have said that a couple times because I was struggling with that this morning. A bad header there. Opportunity. Smith receives the ball from Dobson, not able to maintain possession. Skews out again. Ohashi all the way back as the striker. Longman has it, bounces it off, and they're going to get the throw in. 50 seconds ahead of me. Longman got stepped on the shins, but nothing on the foul there. That was just the battle. I can't do anything about where I'm at. Sorry, Des and everybody else. No spoilers if you're here, and like button, smash it down below. I need to get more active and come up with videos in the channel. My wife got monetized, and it took me 9 months. It took her 38 days. She's far prettier than I am, apparently, or maybe just a better talker. I don't know. Looped up over top. Ohashi's been doing well, and Hendrickson haven't called out his name, but he draws it forward. Scream, shout for a handball. Is that what it was? Is pulled down there and it goes the other way. And the Blackburn fans up in arms over that one is Litherland. Litherland? Say that one 5 times really fast. Litherland. Was there a handball here?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, too close to the body. I keep wearing this because since I've got it at Christmas time, they're undefeated. So I feel like I have to continue to wear this until. No, it's more like her viewership that she's getting is nuts to me, and I'm going, what the? My stuff's clearly better than that. What she's doing, it's Wrexham stuff. The entire world should be fascinated with it. Ohashi, he has been absolutely everywhere. I've seen a bit more of the ball. He's the only guy. Ohashi again takes the ball cross and it's banged out as he took the return feed there from Litherland, and it'll be a throw in 22 yards out going the other way. Thrown in. Scar in for Cleworth. I was wondering that. I saw 24 twice and I was like, that's Scar. And I didn't connect that Cleworth wasn't in the initial starting lineup. That's early morning catch-up time. Playing as a right back. Long throw from 18 yards out. Coming near post. 4 yellow jerseys all surrounded. They get the head out, and ooh, that's a handball, but outside the box. Sam got a little excited. Went, I'm a daffodil. Don't cut that ever. But I don't know what he was doing with his hands here. Oh, it was Longman who did the I'm a daffodil?
Yeah.
Brendan, yeah, there's truth in that. There's truth in that.
I don't know that you can get it up and down. I think you might be able to bend it around the.
I think this is a straight wall smasher. You might try to curl it, but you're going to give it pace, and if it doesn't curl, you'll be looking to try and get it just buzz by somebody's ears. So Cantwell Hedges with the left foot, Cantwell with the right. It's got to be Hedges from that angle. You're taking the left footer, not the right footer, unless he thinks he can bend it. Nobody's guarding Miller. Cantwell smashed into the wall. Cantwell lifted up over top. He's got the armband.
He's got the curls too.
He's had real struggles since in recent years. Bounced around in clubs. I'm listening to them talk about him. He's now I can't even remember the name of the person in League One who played for Reading and transferred, or not Reading, Bolton, and then went to Huddersfield. He has 2 first names, and he's a striker, and he's the worst striker I've ever seen. And I remember being in Huddersfield and watching, and I was saying to somebody beside me, it's great that he's on because he's going to stuff at least 2 opportunities and miss 2 sitters, and he did. And very few times do I feel like there's a player that I'm like, he's so bad that he's helping the opposition, and that's how I feel about this Cantwell guy. 5.8 on FOTMob. Todd Cantwell. Ogonko with the 27 minutes, 49 seconds. DeAndre's in rare form, which means I don't want to scroll up. Cantwell can't. Missed there. Longman was going to go swing through and then laid up. Oh, interesting. He left it there, I think, to protect Hedges from taking a smasher. Didn't want to hurt him with the follow-through of the kick. It rolls out, and he gives away the free kick. Throw in. Ohashi tries to get it. Cantwell kicks it out. Up 1-0, 28 minutes, 40 seconds in. Dion Charles, that's who it is.
Des, what are you doing trying to jinx us here?
Nice move by Rathbone, and another, that pass, not the best one. Then there's a foul there, potential yellow card. Yeah, just because of not a direct goal scoring opportunity, but had enough of an open space. Yeah,
and it was well after the ball. Had to give it. I guess so. I was going to say, is that a makeup for the first one that should have been on to Rathbone? But no, both of them should have been yellow.
The referee, I'm confident in this one. He seems to statistically have it. He's blasted up the ranks and has been doing Premier League stuff as well. Lamar jumps in and says Smith is having a hell of a game, and I do not disagree. As Matty James far post, nice ball. Oh, it was right there and just too heavy. Henriksen gets out of the way. My prediction is 2-1, and that's just a straight assessment of goals for, goals against at home and away, and optimistic thinking. Blackburn's been weird watching their games because I've seen them 2 or 3 times already, just on other games on DAZN. They get picked up quite a bit when I have time. And they are Jekyll and Hyde. When they look good, they look really good, and when they look bad, they look really bad. And at the moment, they're not connecting. Is even their center back kickabout. That was an accident. That was a McLaughlin over to Miller, hits him in the backside and goes back to the goalkeeper pairs. No pressure, no nothing, and they can't even make the pass across during the center back kickabout. And up 1-0, D'Andre will take it going slow as Rathbone comes in and nicks it. He just sucks in loose ball. That sounds horrible. But he gains possession for us quite a bit. Dobson. Hyam played on the right side. Rathbone comes back, and he's now a full sprint. Goes through 2, goes through 3, can't go through the 4th. Doyle, though, comes up in support, gets it out wide. Is there a
limit to how many times you can flop in the same play?
Apparently not. Oh, that's going to go a foul? No, it's going to get saved. Well done by the referee not to call anything there, and it's almost a giveaway. Man, this is scrambly. Turns around the corner. We chase it down. We drag down their man. Thought it was going to go for a foul. It doesn't. We don't run onto the ball, so we leave it there. They come. They collect it. They go pass it up the left-hand side, smash it off a body, and now they get a throw-in. It's just scrambly. Doyle with the header. And it's cleared all the way back to Ogonko. I don't like when Ogonko does that, but that was one of his best kicks that he's had from the back all the way right up to Smith in the chest. When the ball's coming back to him on like the half volley and he ends up one-footing it, one-hopping it, and I'm always afraid of him doing that swing and a miss, and all of a sudden it's rolling into the back of the net or something. Midfield battle, scrappy. Dobson controls it, gets it back to Hyam, and we're going to build up through Matty James now. Matty James, right foot, looking left-hand side, knocked down there. Man, we were running fly patterns everywhere to try and get the ball as Rathbone bangs it off a defender, but gets it, moves it over to Thomason, left-hand side, Doyle in support, 9 yards out, 2 men on him, gets tripped up in the back, and Miller's having a patty. You clicked his heels. This isn't the Wizard of Oz. You're not allowed to smash his heels together.
Well, that was right the guy that was flopping all over the place. He's just a Mary.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much contact, but it's one of those ones where it's the location that you get him. You bang into the guy's heels, and you force his heels to clatter together and go to the ground. You have to call it. Bryn with the emoji. Matty James. So this is essentially a corner. Pull the Elliptico. The Elliptico. Direct on target here. I'm happy with that. Go far post, and if somebody can get a head on it or it goes in, that's the plan. Curl pattern and around. It's going far post. Oh, I got a touch, but skips up over top, and we're saying it's ours. They say it's theirs. We win out. Corner from the other side now. D'Andre said it felt floppy. Football in a library. Football in a library.
They're running the pick wide side for Doyle.
We've got basketball, and they're running the screenplay with the eye. And the pick play.
They're running the stack inbound
for Doyle's play. Yeah, the stack inbound play. Doyle going to take that pick and run a curl pattern on the outside. Left footed, far post, and too heavy. We should be doing that more often just to make opposing fans nuts when they log in. Just use nothing but North American sports references. Pears has it. McLaughlin. He was going Olympico. Or a guy could have gone like full disregard to their own human safety and jumped at the post on that one and tried to get into it. 10 minutes to go, plus whatever added time they want to add. And it's a long ball headed offside. Man, they're screaming at each other after every play. They're discombobulated, and I am here for it. Need to foil up. Thomas, I'm with you. All those glorious red and white toques in the away end. Gorgeous. Dave, thank you again, my friend. Slow down, though. It's all good. Oh, stepped in the back. Cantwell got him again. Don't yellow card him. No, he doesn't. He can stay on the pitch. He can stay on the pitch. We like him. But yellow card to Cantwell for stepping on the back of. Oh, it was the ankle. I thought it was the back of the heel. Keep him on the pitch. I guess if he went down to 10 men, it's not as good as having him on the pitch, but it's not bad. John Lane, you get a yellow. You get a yellow. Rathbone hobbling. Matty James then right-footed. What are we? 30 yards out? 29? Right-footed near post. Interesting. Passes by everybody. Hits ahead. Is still for loose and free. There's an end goal! Ollie Rathbone, worldy right-footer on the volley. Bounces over to him, and he just says, I got this. I'm hammering this thing over. And everybody's looking, please be offside. That's all they got is Ollie Rathbone. Thumped the absolute bejesus out of that one. Just a rocket. And his dad was a Rovers player. That's awesome. Take that, Pops. Did he smash the crap out of that or what?
Well, we were offsides, but they got us back on sides before Rathbone kicked it. Yes.
Still onside there. You could have maybe argued Doyle was offside, but he didn't interfere with anybody.
Yeah. He stopped just in time.
Yeah, perfect. Gorgeous.
Great awareness of where he was.
I missed how he was looking at his foot. Halftime window.
He's like, you're doing good today. Keep it up.
More Hufflepuff kit magic. An absolute smasher. That had Andy Cannon from that right side bullet type stuff. Gave away a corner there on an overexcited clearance. I don't know what that was from Thomason. Just smashed it out. But hey. He's still hobbling out here. Ollie freaking Rathbone. Scoring against his father's team in his hometown and thought twice about the celly. Reserved, left-footed in-swinger for Blackburn. Near post, headed, cleared. Into danger, right foot into the chest of Sam Smith. A bullet to the gut. And he's down, and Ogonko is going to collect it. Oh, no, into the bits. Into the bits. Man down. Man down. That's laying it all out on the line. Oh, Right footer from Tronstad. I don't want to watch the replay.
Every guy's stomach is now hurting him.
Substitution. Just play a man down.
Dave's spinning the stats just like we need to have it. No one scored more goals than us this year.
This Keller. Man, that it was what was demanded of Ollie with that right footer, and he just blew him a kiss. It was what was needed at that time. It was what he gave, and he absolutely delivered. Longman now on the hunt, chasing it down. Pears has to clear it and just kick it out because he was right on the edge of the box, not sure whether he should play it. Ooh, the language in Blackburn at the moment. Someone tell him he's being picked up by the audio. Well, this has been a fun half so far. Tech glitches and chaos aside. Longman running over to try and get that. Cantwell misses on the first one, able to get it on the second, but his pass over, not the greatest, but that's going to be collected there by Miller. He moves so slow that O'Brien's able to get up there and put the pressure on. By the way, nice to see him back. I haven't said that. Hopefully he can find it. Heim with it over on the right-hand side, receiving it from Scar. Center back kickabout from us. And man, this individual in the crowd is giving a great color commentary to complement the broadcast. Am I speaking prematurely, or does Parkey have two teams he can put together? He absolutely does. We haven't seen Harry Ashfield yet either. We'll see him on the 9th. Taken away, stolen, Tronstad with it, Cantwell, and guess what? Cantwell loses the ball. The broadcaster saying, I wouldn't say he looks lost in the midfield. Yes, you should. Nice pass, Longman running on, shoulder charge, knocked around and lost the battle on the ball for Miller. And interesting. I'd like to see that one on the replay as Miller's down. Rathbone and Longman have it. Over to Longman. Score on it. Football gods. Make the stadium go crazy. Man lying on the deck. And it goes out and it's kicked out. And he's going to go and check it. I think he took a boot to the noggin here. Coincidental, like as we were running through. The tackle was ball on foot. And he lost control of his own feet because of the impact of the ball. But I think on the way past, right? Not here. He turns it around the other way, goes, and here comes challenge to the boot. Oh, no. No, that's nothing. That's nothing. He gets to the ball. Ball. He doesn't even know what to grab. He's fine. I don't know if Paramount, do you guys have the UK broadcaster who's just making nothing but apologies for the guy in the crowd? Man. That volley. That's the sexiest thing I've seen this year. During the pause, how do we feel Heim compared with Max? What are you not getting from Heim? Or is you're not getting any offensive threat? Kluwerth hasn't necessarily been popping them in this year like he was last year, but Heim to me doesn't give you that offensive aerial strength that Kluwerth has. He's fine. Defensively, I don't actually see much of a difference between them in their style of play. I think that Kluworth has a better radar for where players are around him. But as far as their ability through the air or through their tackles and challenging, I think they're pretty similar. I think Hyam's just a step back probably on the offensive contributions, which is fine, and maybe with his veteran capacity a little bit more comfortable. Well, that's a cheap yellow. What happened here? Smith in the corner in a battle, and it goes nowhere. It rolls out, and what did Smith? Oh, he swept his legs out. Yeah, okay. He deserves a yellow for that. That was stupid. What was Sam doing on that one? Yeah, I don't think that there's a big step up or step down either way with Hyam. I think I trust Hyam in the middle just because of his experience and maybe slightly better defensive aerial and reading players. And I don't recall him getting beat as many times as Kluworth off, with man getting off his shoulder without him being aware. But we're niggling now. There's a lot of similarities. Holy, Mr. Foster's on a sponsorship gift. Hedges, he may have to come off. He's struggling, waiting to get 2 more minutes to get to the window as we're a minute through the 3 minutes of added time. Opportunity here for PNE for Blackburn until Smith grabs it and collects it. It's slapped down. Still problems there. Baraji has it. Hendrickson looking right-hand side. Heavy touch. Does it get past Hyam? It does. Nice header away from Longman, but still there. Left foot blocked. Scramble play as they're putting a final press on. Tackled away and well done. Dobson goes and gets it, and it's cleared away, and we're going to get a free kick out of that one as Hedges stands up and screams at Dobson, and he's got to get a yellow card for that one. Or Miller. You got to give Miller for the antics. Like, that's his third time. Innocent schoolboy baby bullshit as he swipes out the man, commits the foul, and then turns around and gives him the words. Currently down from Shetland and Wales for family Christmas. That's amazing, Candy Stripe. I wish I was in Wales for Christmas. That was Rathbone. Strips it well beautifully, and then Miller commits a foul into his feet and gets up and has words. Part of me that sees Rathbone playing next to Dobson, next to Longman, is a happy man. The nostalgia settling in. 5 hours into the new year, and I already have somebody to dislike. Congratulations, Miller. He's no Jebison, but the boos are out. Loud for the home side. They're eating it, and Smith is still grabbing his bits.
Frankenbeans.
He'll be fine. He's inspecting, and they've got him on camera. He's looking down his trousers. He couldn't wait until you got off the pitch before you're making sure they're still there. I'm sure they're still there, Sam, and you'll be okay. You'll be all right. Brendan, tell me what your thoughts are on that one.
Awesome. Not totally surprising. When you put that many hustlers out there, you're going to scrap and get a few balls. You're going to be able to counter with that many guys that can run. And we saw a lot of that. Surprisingly, we did well with our smallest guy on a set play, being able to knock it in with Rathbone there on that second one. But the first one was indicative of what we thought you might get from this group. So,
sorry, I was just looking at something.
Do you want to go to the stats or what?
Yeah, let's do that. We'll jump to the stats. I was just looking at something so that I could maybe temper my conversation, as we're probably going to end up having. So looking at the stats here, 51%, 49%. So it's a saw off as far as the, that was really loud. Let's set that over here somewhere. Take that off and give my ears a break. 51%, 49% the possession. The XG only 0.4 for us. So according to XG, we're equal, which I find odd. What did they see from them as a scoring opportunity when they have 7 total shots and not a single one on target? We had 2, including a big chance, and we're only 0.05 up higher. I find that odd. Anyway, XG a little bit off, I would suggest. Not passing the eye test. Am I alone there, Brendan, or do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's a little surprising.
Yeah, I'm looking. You've got the Rathbone volley. What did they have other than maybe Cantwell's opportunity with the right footer over the top, and then they had the free kick from the 19-yard? That was really their only chances, and both of them missed horribly and from positions that wouldn't get them too many, opportunity to score metric stats. So I find that odd. Anyways, 3 shots off target for us, 3 shots on, 2 shots off target for them, and 0 on. 5 of them, 5 block shots. Is that they've had 7 total shots, but only 2 off target? That makes no sense to me, unless I do the math and the block shots are on the opposite side. Touches in the box equal at 6-6. According to this gives you some sort of intimation that this is an equal, even Steven game. I don't get the sense that it is on my eye test, but sometimes the stats are a little bit deceiving, but that's what the XG is telling us this is all about. But I don't see it. We've been blasting through the midfield, and the fly patterns that they've been running off the ball, all of the off the ball running that opens up lanes, opens up pathways for opportunity, have been there. And to me, that's been where we've excelled.
FOTMob player ratings.
Go to the FOTMob player ratings. Rathbone 8.4, Scar 7.7, Matty James 7.6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to go through 7 players until you get to Baraji. 8. Is it 8?
8 Wrexham players before you get down there. Yeah.
I count to 7, but maybe it's.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't math well this early.
It's the American education system. I don't blame you at all.
And then followed by Lewis O'Brien. So.
Yeah, Lewis O'Brien's in right there, the lowest performer for us. What's surprising to me, Pears is 4.9, 0.2 goals on a low XG, so they're going to blame him for it. But Dobson or Ogonko is the lowest on the list, and that's just because he hasn't had any work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the bottom. So out of the 22 people, he's 17th. 2 things to talk about. Let's talk about crazy not conspiracy theory, but I put it into Discord, and I'm wondering, do people think I was joking? Because I wasn't joking about a Paul Mullen swan song. And I'm not saying that because I'm not one of those people who say, Paul Mullen should be back into the lineup by any stretch of the imagination. But we've got our match with Nottingham Forest coming up on January 9th. We've got a lot of injuries. We're going to be playing a B squad. And Mullen, the rumor mill is he's coming back from his loan. Wigan's not happy with him. They had him signed on loan until December. They're going to ship him back because he's not performing to the level that they want him to. And so we can have him. Then we're going to have to loan him out again or do whatever. And so he will come back to that. He's not entering into our EFL squad, our 22. There's no freaking way that ever happens on any universe. But he will automatically become re-registered with Wrexham. And starting January, now I guess, he can play for us in cup matches, assuming that he's not cup tied by a loan agreement, i.e. if they were to play Wigan for a reason, I'm sure he wouldn't be able to play. I'm sure that would be a cup tied event that they would have in that loan agreement that he won't play against them in a cup match. But we're not playing Wigan. We're playing Nottingham Forest. So I messaged in the Discord. I said, I can see January 9th, 1-1, late in the game, right before penalty kicks, because you have an extended bench. Mullen on the lineup as a penalty kick option, and he comes in as the 4th penalty kick taker, and he pots one home, and he makes the documentary for glory. I think that that's possible. The rules allow it.
Out of all the fantasies, I wish you'd come up with something better than that. That's not happening. It's just not happening. He can't catch on at Wigan. I mean, there's
Hollywood demands it. Like, I think you just have to take the opportunity. And it makes the documentary, and it's just then it makes us
it almost makes us a joke at that point.
Oh no, it doesn't. It drives the English nuts. Bryn, this is why your wife gets more views. So nobody's really with me. You know what? You wait until the January 9th game, and it's going to have Mullen down in the bottom. Absurd pile of crazy from Shaun. And it's going to have it down there. And it's and people are going to be like, what the hell? And it's only going to be for one purpose. He's not going to see any minutes, but to come on in the case of a penalty kick. I'm gonna put it out in the universe just because I think it would be hilarious, and I think it would bend the minds of so many people. So apparently, I'm not being
reality's not your friend today.
Apparently, wake up and I have my moments of confusion. So here's. I didn't realize how sensitive this topic was going to be, talking about Josh Windass and the potential of concussion. As I understand it, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dean Windass is Josh's father. Dean has stage 2 dementia, attributed to an extensive career, including heading the ball. And he's now an advocate for player brain health, urging others to get scanned and seeking support for ex-players facing neurodegenerative diseases, even revealing that he has ADHD. Which makes this topic of that header that he received even more relevant. I wish there was an option for like private message, private chat. And maybe I put it in as a poll because I can't track the polls. I can track like a comment, just like the conversation that we had with Mullen and you guys all disagreeing with me. I wish there was a private chat that you could say, yeah, you agree or you don't agree. But I'd be curious if there's people who are sitting in the back and haven't come up and said they think that we're wrong with respect to.
I guess the only other thing that I wanted to get to before, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
I think it's important. This is not football, American football. This is not hockey. This is not rugby. This is not a game where you're forced to regularly get your head jostled, right? Like, you're not taking typical hits. He could have continued the game aware of the fact that he doesn't want to head the ball and been, for the most part, relatively safe, right? Like, it's not, if you're playing basketball, baseball, in football here, how many times are you really going to get rocked in the head? Only if you have to head the ball that's moving 120 miles an hour, right? That's the biggest thing that's going to happen to you. And if he just stayed away from that, how much danger is he really in?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give him I'm trying to cut everyone a break here. It's not like if you would send someone back out onto the ice or back into an American football game, okay, that's a different story.
But the thing about concussions is it doesn't necessarily have to come from a significant impact. And when you end up dealing with kids sports specifically, and you go through the whole hit assessment stuff, they tell you that repeatedly is don't get confused with the idea that it has to be a significant impact to end up having significant symptoms. Stay attuned to what you're seeing. Protect your athletes, and they're kids, so it's a different qualification, and it's much easier to say we're happy to just err on the side of caution and go to a doctor. But the problem that I have with that is I think the impact was fairly significant and obvious that there was a problem, especially to the location to where he had it, right? and maybe we're still talking out of our wazoo, right? It may be just that
you're in protective dad mode. You have young kids, right?
Yes, but it's one of those things where, and at least Bryn, if not other people, watching after the hit assessment went on by the doctor and the trainer that were on the pitch, or if it was the doctor, but whoever did the assessment on the pitch, when they got him up, he was visibly and visually confused and had to be handled and redirected as to where to go. I'm with you that in North America we take it more significant. It's a more significant thing. It is because there's a more incidence of significant problems. The fighting in hockey is the same way. Interesting comment. I like that one from John. I don't think we're wrong. We're ignorant of the hit, but we're not wrong of the importance of head safety. And maybe that's just somebody didn't track it and didn't think it was being this. It was there to be seen. And I'm surprised. I've gone on Twitter since then, and I haven't had the chance. And I actually, because it's New Year's Day, I'm probably going to go back and pull it and put together the video, just because nobody's talking about it.
Look, we know unrefutable evidence that American football players, many of them, because of all the concussions they suffered and weren't handled properly, they went and their personality changed. They had depression issues. Many of them committed suicide. Many of their brains have been autopsied and looked at post-mortem, and they see all sorts of damage. So I think we're more sensitive to that, knowing all of that,
because we've seen the frequency of it
up in American football's not happening over there, right? Like you have the one game in England, occasionally somewhere else in Europe, but so I think we're more attuned to it and know the results, where you could see others going, you got
rub some dirt on it and get back in there.
Come on, what are you, a wuss? Like I could see that. I think we're coming from a different perspective, where we've heard so many guys suffer serious long-term damage. It's more evident to us that it's not just made up, that it's a real thing, that you need to take it seriously. And again, I still think there's a significant difference from them going out on the pitch and strapping on a helmet and going out onto the ice or on an American football field. Yeah. Different things, different danger. So
Hugo identifying, they do have rugby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they take that serious, but I think
they don't lead with the head as much, right? Like
because they actually know how to tackle.
Yeah.
Rugby players, because by design, they have to get low, strap on, like wrap up a player around the legs and go with it. We've got the game to come back to, so we'll come back to this, and I'm going to put together a thing this afternoon. I actually, yeah, I can. And Parky is heated. Well, for fuck's sakes, who's he talking to? The Blackburn staff member, Dean Whitehead, and Parky into a heated discussion walking down the tunnel. Picked up. I'm curious about that. There's been my middle son suffered a career-ending concussion from a ball to the head, and adults not assessing. The one game I was absent from due to being in Wrexham. See, it's one of those things, and you never know what you're getting. It could be that Windass is fine and just needs a little bit of time to heal. It could be that this is the start of an ongoing problem. Who knows? Rugby, I do love their new tech that they have with their mouth guards that have the automatic light that if you take a significant hit, it bleeps off and you're straight off, no questions asked. We're back underway. The clock has started. I missed it by about 3 seconds. No spoilers as we go through, and we're going to talk football, and we'll come back to that discussion. It's interesting. We're the only people who are talking about it, as far as I'm aware of. 45 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Free kick. Blackburn with it. And they're going to slide it over to the big baby. Is that just what we can call Miller for the rest of the match? Miller advances it forward. I need to get to my... That's an interesting statistic. The most successful football team in the EFL that's from a town and not from a city is Blackburn. Dave, nicely overslept. Checking in. Nice to have you here, my friend. You missed out on a good one. 2-0 and an absolute cracker from Mr. Rathbone. Sam Smith on a brilliant pass that he was able to pot through, and a stolen ball and a breakout. Everybody, Blackburn all stopped waiting for it. You got Rathbone again in the middle. If Smith can get it to him, he's looked forward, and we're going to take a corner. They're screaming for an offside or something, and they all stopped, not playing to the whistle. Thought they were going to call. Literally 4 Blackburn players stop in the middle of the pitch, and so we get on our horse and blast it down and get an opportunity. Not in any rush here is Thomason making his way over to line this one up. Slow down, Dave. Slow down. Or perhaps Windass really is transferring to the Rangers. Maybe. Left-footed out swinger and misses everybody. Cantwell. Can't. And he goes to the corner flag. And he passes it and gives it away to us on a corner. What a horror. Like, he is the best 12th man I've ever seen on the pitch. Is he just passes it behind the line and gives us a free corner. Score on this. Assist to Mr. Cantwell. I would love to see this. Josh Windass from the right-hand side, left-footed in swinger. Dan Scarr is going to be the man on the stacked eye who's going to go outside, and Miller just flopping in front of Doyle. And Doyle's like, I didn't do anything. Doyle's going to come out and have a talking to. It's almost comical with Miller, and he's not a small lad. But the wind blew, and he dummied over. Jasm throwing out sponsorships. Thank you. I'm looking for this. Doyle's there. Look how dirty his kid is from all of the flopping.
Bonuses based on how many times he hits the ground.
How colorful his socks and his shirt are from diving all over the place and flopping. Yeah.
He has a tied
left-footed in swinger, far post, punched away by Pears. Going to be put back in. Longman's going to move it over right-hand side. Thomason there. Longman spreading it into the box. Bounces around. Doyle can't get to it, and it's cleared on an ugly clear. Who gets to it first? We do. I don't know where that was going. Hyam. Not so much the passer. He looked confused, so he kind of went with the, I'll just clear it. Rathbone taking on Pratt. Can't get away from him. Cantwell has it, and Cantwell does what Cantwell does and kicks it out of bounds. Oh, it deflected, so they'll get the throw in. He did give him a bit of a push, not a big one. It's just the theatrics afterwards. Miller's not 5'1". You know what I mean? Like, stand up. Oh, blown opportunity by Doyle. He missed assignment, and so now opportunity there. Thomason back, and it's just cleared out by Hyam. First bit of an opening for Blackburn there. Quick throw. Moved in. Litherland. And he just kicks that out. Like, what was Litherland doing there? So he's a center half playing out of position. Cross there. Not much there, and it's crossed. And then he gets it back, and he pumps it out the back of the back of the stadium. Ohashi's got to be frustrated. He came out shot out like a cannon, and ever since then, he's received absolutely no ball up front. Doyle, he's going to play it back to go collects there. Thomason did well. Doyle he does what Doyle does, right? Him and Brunt both kind of play that same game where they like to get that interception. They tried to step in front of the man, did Doyle on that one. Didn't work. Got caught out of position, and Thomas in there in cover. It's exactly why you have wingbacks. Thrown in, O'Brien. Longman, Dobson, center back kickabout coming. Scar filling in for Haim in the middle. They just seem to be rotating back and forth over on that side. Doyle, left foot, long ball. Smith, can he get there and beat the keeper? No, Pears comes out and grabs it. Oh, that was O'Brien, sorry, on the chase. This has been, Lee, a fabulous game. Assisted by a Blackburn team that has no interest. And Cantwell.
He has zero chance of keeping up with him, so he flops.
Yeah. I'd like to see the replay on that, on how big. I think there was a little bit of contact there. Happy New Year to you. Cantwell with it through the middle. Missed pass taken and then smashed off of him, and we should get the throw in. It's like every time he touches the ball, he either gives it away, kicks it out of bounds, can't make the pass. First touch is egregious. It's a fascinating thing to watch. That Rathbone fellow, you know what, John? He could be something. There was a reason I was screaming for him to get back in for the longest time, is because this is what he gives you, is just, and he's up there blasting around right now, disrupting, and the ball gets kicked out, and we'll take a throw in. I don't know who we're looking at.
Was one of them Rathbone's dad? I don't know.
Is that all? I don't think it is. I love how the crowd has been great. The away support. That was a nice pass by. That was Litherland, wasn't it?
Oh, they have him in the middle. I thought he was on the far side. They have him in the middle, I guess.
Miller all the way up. Center back starting to move forward. He's going to throw that one back. Tronstad with it over to the corner. Pressure on. Bangs that one, and it's just easily cleared. No threat at all. And Sam Smith now chasing down. Heavy back past the Bears. And it was Rathbone's dad. Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. And all from a guy who, we've said it before, just doesn't look like the stereotypical footballer, right? He looks, but he's just he would have been that schoolboy kid that would be out there with the curly locks and kind of the goofy run, just butchering people. Oh, just Wrexham in full voice. And the broadcaster not saying a word. All you hear is echo of Wrexham chants. McLaughlin. Ohashi pushing the back, commits the foul. We're in the air straight up on a 90-degree angle, and you move us 4 feet off the ball. Of course there's going to be a foul. Ogonkwo waiting, and we're underway. 55th minute coming up. I'm always for more goals here, so I'm hoping we keep it on the front foot, and there's been no signs that we're going to defensively shell this out.
I think they're getting chippier, but I don't think they're doing better. I think we're still dominating.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Oh, finally a good play by Cantwell as he moves that one forward. That was Cantwell, wasn't it? Scores. No, that hit post. Underside of the bar and stayed out. What the hell? How did that not go in? Cantwell finally makes a play through the middle of the pitch. It comes forward, and it's Baraji's going forward, right-footed. Beat Ogonko up over top. hit the woodwork, and it rattled this net so much that I thought it had gone in. No, that was just woodwork. Right bottom, right foot, bottom of the woodwork, hits the ground, shoots to the left, and they're going to go for a corner instead. Crossed in, a little bit of a wake-up call as it's handed away there by Sam Smith and skewed out to Litherland. Nice little wake-up call to everybody. We've still got a match going on. Hufflepuff Magic Kit on the other end. Cantwell with another play. He's waking up a little bit, and that's concerning because his ability not to give the ball away means they're getting more touches in the box here. Pressure's on. Cantwell goes for it. Jumps harmlessly in the air. Gets into a battle with Rathbone, who just clears it down. He's got Smith on a full stretch. Can he get the ball? He's got O'Brien coming with him. Oh, great pass! O'Brien shoots! And you know that wasn't going in. I wanted to celebrate so bad. I was waiting for it. And Lewis O'Brien finds the palm of Pears. Oh, L-O-B. Great pass by Smith. 2 men on him and gets it over to O'Brien, left foot. Ah. L-O-B. He's got to get into his own head now, doesn't he? I mean, how many has he stuffed that he's got to be looking at that one thinking, the pressure's on, I got to put this in. It's got to be breaking him down. Yeah, showing the Baraji replay off the woodwork and then 8 inches, 12 inches away from the goal line and then cleared out. So we're good. Yeah, I'm just Travis. I'm not allowed. I got told off by Kim last day for being like, great save, whoever. So I didn't celebrate Pears' save. So Litherland is off, hamstring. O'Brien will be buying the first round tonight. Everybody gets a steak dinner. 19-year-old Northern Ireland international walking on to play in the backs is Blackburn going through some injury problems. Man, that is a big 19-year-old. How do they have this kid's height? No, he's a monster. Far post, too heavy. The way that the broadcasters end up saying stuff like, and that one goes straight out of play as though it was a mistake. I take those opportunities that are far post, potential of curling in, but also available for somebody to put their head on. I like those corners, but and if they go out, so what? It's not a wasted opportunity. Diandra, the Blackburn gaffer, looking like he's thinking about having to update his CV. You're not wrong.
It's a resume.
A resume, yeah. Is it curriculum vitae?
Some made-up BS, whatever it is.
Latin. Yeah, curriculum vitae. Usually used for academic stuff. It's like those annoying lawyers who call themselves Esquire. Made up title. Let me feel special about myself. Stupid lawyers. He is really contemplating, Deandra. The more I'm looking at him, it's as though you can see him going through, ruminating about his future career options after Blackburn's just fallen apart here. You can. This isn't on him. This game is. Whoa. Miller standing up, crying after he dove head first to try and get to it, and somehow thinks that nobody's allowed to compete for the ball. Brand Gaffer DeAndrews turned into a 70-year-old British man. Dobson stabs it away. Thomason, we haven't said his name a lot today. O'Brien not able to get his Aitchison. Nice header to himself, one touch to himself, and moves the ball forward to Cantwell. I kind of want to watch this kid, 19-year-old getting championship time. Into the area, cleared out.
He already has a yellow on him.
Oh, Hashi, did he get Heim in the side of the noggin here? I think, yeah, that'll be fine. It was on the way down, but it was one of those, put himself in a risky position to go and head the ball away, and Ohashi didn't recognize what was happening and went after it. I thought LOB was likes offering ball as he put it straight to the goalie. Here, you can have it. Gaffer is not an old person word. I'm feeling like she's been aggrieved. Bryn, apologize. See what? Rathbone, nice pass. Cross coming. Whoa. Heavy. That had like quadruple takeout weight in curling. Look at that, bringing in curling references. Nice pass. O'Brien to Thomason. Doyle scoops it to nobody. What? Passes the ball to Pears to Doyle. Yeah, he's a Blackburn product. This Aitchison. Ohashi with it, right foot, looking for options into the area, stabbed up and cleared. Well done by Thomason to get it free and clear. And away we go. Left-footed, looking for Sam Smith on the full run. He's going to grab it, and it's going to go out, and we'll get the throw in as Smith slides down the hill and into the hoarding. Man, and that's not the soft hoarding. That one's like pulls into the ground in cement. Remember when we had that Gaffer McLean on our team? Those dark days of losses and settling for launches out of bounds. Man, we're going to have an LOB acronym battle now, aren't we? Given away to Doyle, stabs it and collects it though, gets it to Ohashi. Baraji turns, he hits the deck, and yellow card coming to Mr. Dobson. Yellow cards, by the way, Dobson has one and Smith has one. So if you're looking for substitutions, those are potentially up to nothing, no reason to push forward. They've had to use one window. We're at the 65th minute. Well, they've used two windows. Did Harry Pickering come in at the half? I think he came in at the half. For Hedges. That wasn't so I think they've still got two windows left. Yeah, I think we're okay with subs at the moment. This is reading the game, right? If they're not pressing anything, we'll let them make some moves and push on.
Yeah, you want to save those windows to slow the game.
Yeah.
Kill time.
Now, if they put fresh legs on and see, that was one where Cantwell lost the ball, but it rolled unintentionally to his own teammate. But anyway, here's Big Baby Miller. Pushes it forward. Baraji with it. Ohashi. Baraji takes it back. 22 yards out. He's going to have a left foot crack, and he skies it to the moon. He wants top bins nonstop, and he's going for it, and he's missing everything too high. Somebody's got to tell him, just put the ball on the freaking net. But he's trying to show off. We are so Sharky. Scar, or is that Hyam or Scar? Scar with it, left-footed, pumps it down the pitch. And are we into time-wasting territory already? Like, I get clearances, but at least put closest where somebody has a battle. Anyway, Etchison, nice delivery forward. Ohashi gets it down to Baraji, over to Ohashi, over on the right-hand side, 9 yards. Dances around Scar, left foot into the area, and Hyam knocks it clear for a corner. Well, that was scary. Cantwell. Gonna give her the old... I thought he gave a left... No, it's Hedges that took it. So right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side. Delivered. Middle of the net, cleared away. Well done by Smith, who gets back there and clears out one in the middle of the box. Rathbone going, pulled down. Free kick. Miller's there. Yellow card.
Oh, time they got that SOB.
Should have got him for simulation.
Santiago!
How are you, my friend? I think that's a foul. I don't think it's a card. I'll just say. He should have got other cards, but Des starting to get a little bit nervous. I'm okay as long as Parkey makes the adjustment and just reads the game. And we've seen a new Parkey, right? Last couple of games, he'll read this one, right? Dobson pushes it forward. Longman, 18 yards out, has to kind of collect the ball a little bit. Resets. He's taking on his man. Deflects and will grab a corner as that was smashed off of the 46-minute substitute, Pickering. Yes, John, it's a good shout. Potential accumulation card. Just you do too much, you get. I'm glad I didn't wake up for a 0-0 stinker either. Thomason going to take this one from the right side, a left-footed in swinger. The stack has Doyle as the target man. Left foot into the area. It's loose and goes far post, and we should get the corner on the opposite side here as Hyam lets it go out. It was well done by O'Brien. Did you see him sticking his butt into the keeper to keep him away from going out and punching that ball away?
You got a lot of tiny guys out there. These set pieces aren't really... I can't believe we're not playing short.
Matty James close to goal, headed away up. Dobson couldn't get to it. We're going to run forward. Longman's going to collect it. Longman, he's got Thomason as an outlet. He's going to go to Hyam. He's going to shift it into the box. Far post, looking, pairs, lets it go. Goal kicks. Wrexham fans screaming that he got his touch on it, but it's not going to happen. He's taking his free kick. I'm usually less of a James Corner man. Well, it's like, who do you go with? Does O'Brien not have options as a... To me, I think it's probably Matty James. Skyball. Aitchison. Not really the best header from him. Put down. Sam Smith can't get to it, and it's Baraji. Over to Etchison. Etchison looking down the pitch. He's going to skew that one forward to Baraji. Too heavy of a pass, and it's given away. Matty James looking downfield. Finds Rathbone with a pass. Pass over to Longman, but he's behind him, so it slowed us down, and we're going to have to reset with the center back a kickabout. Smash that like button, says Bryn, and I'm with you. Ogonkwo just got that away from Ohashi. And Etchison heads it the other way. Doyle heads it the other way. Baraji heads it the other way. And we're back to where we were the first 30 minutes of this game with just mass scramble. Doyle settles it down and then kicks it out. USA got schooled by Sweden at the World Juniors. Canada ran a clinic. Czech Republic, and then with another one against Finland. And Wales, don't let them have sticks. World Junior Hockey Championships going on in Minnesota. Just a single change, 70th minute. And I'm okay with this. Sheaf coming on. He's going to take Matty James. So we're going to go a little bit more defensive-minded. He had the glorious ball over top. Got it right to Sam Smith, who put the left foot through the ground and into the back of the net. As long as Arthur isn't taking corners, I'm happy. Nice little play there. Give him credit for that one. Got it to Ohashi. Ohashi then switches on over to Miller on the opposite side. Thompson's over on him. And Miller with a horrible pass. Apologize to everyone. Is that... I don't even know what that was. If it didn't hit the hoarding, that had probably 40, 50 yards of run on it. I don't know who was going to get to that ball.
Maybe if he spent less time practicing his flops and more time practicing his passes, it would have been better.
It would have been okay, yeah. Rathbone chasing up after that one. Pickering lets it go out. Pratt thrown in. Scar, interesting he didn't go back to Ogonkwo, just opts to skyball it. And now it's a midfield scramble, and it's going to be collected by Pratt. Back to back to back, back to back to back, back to back to back. Ole, ole. The fans are having a blast. Brendan, do you think you're more excited about an away game or more excited about a game at the Kairos?
What do you mean? Like if I was going
like
over
if you were going over there and I was like, say you can get one ticket and it's either got to be a home game or an away game. Which one are you taking?
I don't know. I might say an away game at an awesome stadium to be a part of that really raucous away group. Not too far of a commute, like an hour on the bus or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be it. I would rather take a tour of the Kairos and then see an away game with those fans. Probably.
Interesting. Bryn says away all day. Des says home always. That screams poll question here as well. I will watch that and I'll slowly get that one up on the poll. I admit, I really enjoyed watching the game in the Kairos, even though it was a 0-0 sleeper with Bolton. But just to be able to connect everything and to see the atmosphere and to feel it and all that sort of stuff, it was amazing. But there was something different about the game in Huddersfield and the game in Wickham, with just the dedicated hardcores into the chants and embracing it all as Rathbone. That was a pretty impressive flop from him. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he even gave practice that bounce.
He even gave the fish wiggle bounce off the ground.
Yeah.
Interestingly, on the poll, Mo's saying that maybe a small one. Did he have a injury? Maybe a small one. Sure did. 11% saying not at all, and 10% saying it looked really bad as far as a head injury. So that's 89% saying something happened. Most thinking it being minimal. But I've got to put the other poll up as we're... For your first ever game, if you had to choose home at the Kairos, away
what about playoff at Wimbledon?
Wembley,
sorry. Just saw that stupid tennis match the other day. That's why I was thinking Wimbledon.
Ohashi not able to control it. It goes out. 75 minutes and 30 seconds.
Look at how that drops off, and then they have like a metal low fence. You could go and just absolutely get annihilated.
I was saying that when Smith went out of bounds and slid all the way down to the hoarding, he goes, rolls down into the hoarding. I said it all sort of comically, like it wasn't a big thing. And then I went, hold on a second. That's like down into metal with that thin plastic ad sign in front of it, and into the cement on the ground. It's screaming for danger. Rathbone, nice little quick reaction there to drag that in with the left foot. He's calling for it over there. Thomason opts not to give it to him. And instead, he's going to skew it back to Doyle. Doyle, he's moving it forward. Nice pass. O'Brien over to Rathbone off the outside of his foot to running Thomason, but it's intercepted, and Baraji now has it.
Wasn't that great pass by Doyle? Wow.
Bullet pass through the middle. See, it's that running off the ball where they're looking to open up seams, and it's stuff like this that I love, that drives me nuts when they're lethargic and not really moving, because you're like, do a thing so that a thing can happen. Yeah, Russ, we were talking about that, and rumor is Rangers are after Windass. I don't think that's the reason he's not playing. I think he's got a concussion. I'll put it out there because I'll get attention from Rangers people. And insulted for my accent. Fish wiggle bounce, says Deandra. The Raging Rovers. I just picture a dog foaming at the mouth. Raging Rovers. Here, Rover. Looking for carried too far, and they're screaming for a corner. And those kids, I love the kids, straight up into the banter, screaming, heckling the referee. A corner, 78th minute, 12 minutes plus added time. We haven't tested the clench meter yet, but here's the right-footed in-swinger, near post. Scar easily headed away and then helped on by Rathbone, but it's going to be collected there by Tronstad. Moves it over. Pickering. Pratt. Down the line. Cantwell. Moves it forward. That's Pratt who's moved into the box. Pushed. Rathbone gave him a shove in the box, which always makes me nervous. But it gets cleared out, and it'll be a throw-in over on the other side. Pratt grabs it. Not going that quick. Rathbone looks gassed. He hasn't got a full 90 yet, has he? Or did he go in the full 90 the last time, or was he subbed out, wasn't he? Baraji on the light. That was an impressive switch. He's got it there 18 yards out. Atchison over to Baraji. Baraji smashed off of, that was a deflection, I think, that ended up skewing over to Pratt. 18-yard box, 79th minute into the area. Danger, and Ogonko gets there and punches that one away. Thank you. Etchison collects, though. Over to Baraji. And now is the time where you bring on two people. Subs are up off the bench. Baraji pushes it forward, bounced around, and I think that was Chaim up in the air and cleared.
Do you know what the concussion protocol is for football?
It's the EFL has one. It's the same thing. It's supposed to be doctor assessed, independent of the decision. They go through a screen and then they make a call as to whether they return or not. So it's very similar.
There's no mandatory 2 weeks. So.
Not that I saw.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense if they assessed him and put him back, that they then have to say take the 2 weeks. But maybe that's the reason. But that still goes back to the doctor who let him go out on the day.
Well, you could not have any symptoms then and then wake up with a headache and...
You could, except we saw them. Right?
Yeah. But so there's a thing though, right? Like if the doctor doesn't see him walk off and the doctor's on the sideline, right? They come over and then he talks to him and he answers all the questions right and quick.
Yeah. I'm not saying negligence. I'm just saying mistake. But yes, it could have been overseen. Throw in for Blackburn, long throw into the middle of the area, headed, cleared, and extra foot has to go onto it from Tom. Was that Thomason who got the left foot on it? And we're going to get subs here. I don't know why 80th minute, 81st minute, we're not. Maybe because they're doing one, we'll get a man up right after.
Yeah, just to keep. No, we got one up now. Kakache.
Oh, great. That doesn't excite me at all.
What if he promises to do some touching in the box?
Sure. Challenge a man. That would be impressive. The most overrated player to put on Wrexham since Robin Ryan's tenure, Libby Kakache, makes his way on. Henriksen got subbed out for Dlamini. That's new to us, right, Lee? Parky is a reaction subber. Counter potentially on Rathbone. Sam Smith blasting away. We got a 3-on-2 with them trying to catch up. Dobson enters into the mix. Thomason's up in support. Rathbone's kind of let it die over in the corner, and we're going to reset. All right. I'd love to see Ashfield getting some play.
Yeah, he'd fit in with this hustle squad.
Yep, he would. Rathbone, left-hand side. Doyle has it, 82nd minute.
That was super dangerous.
How much battery do I have? Is my battery on my... I'm going to have to unplug something and get creative here.
Yeah, you have 30%.
Do I? You can see my thing? I don't think I do. I'll pull it up anyway. Oh, yeah, I'm good. It's crazy that you end up seeing that.
I know. I told you. You got 30%.
What else are you looking at?
Well, you got to pick that dirty underwear up off the floor in the corner there.
There you go. Jason, how are you? An angel last night. Don't lie. It's New Year's Day, Jason. You can't break your resolution hours into it by saying that you were an angel last night. No, I'm kidding. I'm glad to hear that you were. Okay, Kakachi, do things for me other than just run fast. Headed forward. Aitchison gets it down. Thomason has it, passes over to Kakache. Taking on his man, knocked backwards. He's able to recollect and settle. He's still looking for options and draws it back. Doyle over to Scar. Scar through the middle on the ground. Who are we? On the ground is the first option from Dan Scar. Hyam, though, goes through the air looking for Smith, and it goes out, and we'll give it up. Thanks, Sci-Fi. Cheers for getting up early to entertain us. You're welcome. Ooh, Jingping with the little... I'm getting the same New Year feeling that I did in 23, 24, 25. Confidence. Bold.
I got a feeling. Ooh.
Sharky, I got blitzed at halftime because I said I can see Mullen taking a penalty kick in the Nottingham Forest FA Cup game on January 9th, and everybody told me to go and take a flying. They didn't use expletives, but...
No, we just said cuckoo, cuckoo.
That's what I was told. Into the box, Ohashi with it, left footer, just flashes right across the goal line and doesn't cross the line.
Kakache had his man marked.
Mullen's already been announced he's coming back to Wrexham, and we'll have to reloan him out. That's split Doyle, right? Right. I'm not liking that one, John, because we're not allowed to say the C word. Any words that start with C and end with T are not to be repeated on this broadcast. And that includes the one that happens when there's a donut on the scoreboard. I gotta close this. I can't see anything. Cantwell's got it. I'm not even looking. What's going on with my computer today? Thank you. I just needed the name of the substitute. Delamini. Pratt through the air. Advanced forward. Baraji's going to go and try and get it, and he does. Doyle goes around him. I don't know why he would have challenged on that one, and he's opened it up. Ohashi has it, and a horrible pass. And Cantwell, of all people, lifting his hands up and saying, where was that pass to Ohashi when he's been horrible today? Absolutely. Ashfield, sub. Hooray, making his way in. Let's go. On for Ollie Rathbone. Won't ever forget it. He doesn't have a place. Woody said the same thing in all caps as well. Ashfield. And I don't think he doesn't deserve a spot in the 22-man squad, and we will send him out on loan and take a hit financially. But he will be on the subs list on January 9th. I sense it. Ohashi looking to get it flipped up in the air nicely by Chaim so that he can get himself and clear it. And Ashfield swing and a miss on that clearance, but it bounces around and it's going to... Oh, you're offside. How are you offside? What were you doing, Sam? Chip in 20 for an Ashfield goal. Let's get a late Harry Ashfield. Kakache takes it, throws it on. Miller still raising his hands and crying. He's going to come back and take a yellow. Oh, I thought he was going to. Can't pass, but likes to, as the captain, blame everybody else. Slides it over into the area and Scar with the clearance. Well done by Thomason to bail out of that one and not get into the challenge there with Tronstad. It's going to go out and we'll take a goal kick with 2 minutes plus added time. Cantwell is very close to topping Ollie for player of the match. Are there any other options other than Cantwell and Rathbone? I got to go to the FOTMob stats and see where he's actually at. You know what? He's at a 6.3, so not completely horrible. Smith had himself a good one. Love it. Although my throat has PTSD and it's starting to get sore just by hearing the chant of Town Away. Ashfield into the mix. There's a flop there. Harry Ashfield going to try and... I love that they've got him forward so that he can go out there and try and get something. What do we got for added time, do you figure?
By the way, we haven't been talking about, but watching players come back from forward positions to get back into the play and steal the ball has been awesome.
Ashfield chasing down Baraji. It's going to go over to the left-hand side. Pratt's the option. So they give it to him. He's going to go to McLaughlin and the switch is on. 4 center backs all standing around. Tronstad, Aitchison, that's a nice ball forward by the young man up to Miller, and he leaves it too long. Doyle battles with it and comes free, and Miller's rolling on the ground with his hands up, having a patty. Nice pass there up to Kakache. He's going to skew it over to Sam Smith. Is that Ashfield over on the left side? Oh, I should have given it to him, but instead it's Kakache. Do a thing. Thomason, Kakache. 5 minutes of added time. Yikes. Da, 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 da. Town away. I like it. Hyam with it. Nice pass through 3 players. Slides it all up. Sheaf with it. Looking for options. Has Thomason. Ashfield standing in the middle of the pitch. Is this McLean's 3rd game? Does the question come of Thomason staying out on the wing or McLean? Or is the answer it has to be Thomason? Oh, nice pass up to Thomason. 3 there. Here comes Ashfield. No, he's going to go far side instead to Longman, and it's way too heavy. Come on. Miller's arguing. Well, this has been a super happy new year for sure. Yeah, that's sort of how I was with it. 5 minutes. What the hell? Whatever. I'm just loving the fact that the broadcaster's keeping his mouth shut, and all that we're doing is listening to Wrexham fans screaming away. Sam Smith lifts it up over top. It gets kicked back to Pears. He's going to look down the pitch. 3.5 minutes left in this one. Unceremoniously headed back by Hyam. Knocked down there by Tronstad, and he's looking for options. The swinging. God, just a horrible switch. Pickering saves it, gets it to Cantwell. Let's see if Cantwell can do. And he can do the center back kickabout, and he gets it to Etchison. Etchison down the pitch. Baraji, 30 yards out. Slides it back. Baraji recollects. Etchison into the area, looking for Ohashi. It's cleared away. Ashfield running to chase it on. He's going to knock it down confidently. Look for an option. Well done, young man. Hyam gets it up, and Sheaf's going to go on a run. No rush. Just looking for safe options. Thomason's the safe option, and now he's going to draw it back to Doyle. Easy as, lads. Those are Wrexham fans. I thought someone kept doing the cheers. No, you're listening to the echoes. Mr. Fitzgerald, it has been a good one. Clinical, but to be fair, we could play for another 270 minutes, and I don't think Blackburn would score. Nice, well done by Ashfield. Knocks that one, collects, and just lifts it up over top. Making an opportunity. Longman can't get to it. It's going to be a corner.
How are the Blackburn fans? Are they...
It wasn't a full stadium. It was half full, and I think or 3/4 full at the start, and I think a lot of them left. There was a hell of a lot of jeering. Who threw out the jinx? Do I have to talk negatively about somebody? We're going to just short corner it. Sam Smith standing in the corner.
What I mean is, so if I went on to X, would I see... This is the worst club I've ever seen come in and 2-0 dominate us.
Oh, of course you will. Or, I mean, the opposite to that is you get the no credit to us. It's just the
they bought all these players. They have 30 players on their roster. I mean,
yeah. Fischl did a good job today. Uneventful game. We seized a couple of opportunities, and then we just played it smartly. I can't repeat that song on the stream. You're effing shit. You're effing shit.
Yeah, Shaun, we have to get some sort of flopping meme or just one of those fish that just flip around and wiggle on the floor.
Remember those bass that you could buy back in the 90s?
Yeah.
That 3 minutes, 3 points. That's the game, and an amazing start to the morning 6:30, and there you go. Just for the record, 25 minutes. So 2 hours, 25 minutes. That's 2 hours, 30 minutes. We'll talk about why that's important later on, but an easy 2-0 win is where I chalk that up. Brendan, summarize that one for us.
Awesome start to the year. A very enjoyable game to watch from everyone hustling around all over the place. I think the stats will not bear it out, but I think we were the better team by far. Very dominant.
It was a nice little marriage of our defensive stalwartness, strength that we had early on in the season with the newfound sort of let's open it up and push forward and change the formation. And you get that marriage that sort of happened today where the midfield control was on. Rathbone being Rathbone was impressive. And we were helped out by a midfielder for Blackburn who probably gave the ball over 15 times during the game. That is a massive assist. And we can't overlook Cantwell not being able to play football. And the captain of their squad, bonkers. Maybe it was just a bad game, but I doubt it.
He's worried too much about what his hair looks like. Too much hair product.
My favorite, the highlight of the match for him is after he missed nonstop all game and horrible passes, absolutely gives Ohashi, who was their best player, the business for missing a pass late in the game. In any event, going to the
really,
stats.
You thought Ohashi was the best today? He was non-existent for half of it.
For the last half, yes, but he was the only player that was present in the first half. So who else do you give it to? McLaughlin wasn't it. Miller wasn't it. I don't know. Who else would you give it to if you were to pick a player of the match? Sam Smith giving his kit away off his back. That's awesome. That's a kid celebrating. Cool. The smile on that kid's face with a Sam Smith game-worn jersey. Amazing. Love that. Jumping into the stats here and going through it. 53%, 47% the possession. The XG, we talked about it earlier, 0.77 to 0.64. We certainly didn't create much in the second half. We still got a 0.3 bump off of where it was 0.43 before. But I don't understand how you can have two big chances missed and still only have an XG that's less than 1. But I digress. It doesn't matter. Only 286 accurate passes today. That's more than 100 below our average for the season. But we didn't have to do much today. Just kick the ball, run it forward, and look for an option. They had 12 shots, 1 shot on target. 1. And really the only threat that other than that one, didn't see it. Anyway, touches in the box, 14-10, largely a byproduct of us having the early lead and just letting them sort of try to come at us, but they had nothing through that entire one. So that's where it sits. Going through the chat to get caught up. Anything that jumps out from you in the stats?
Not so much in the stats. We had someone point out that maybe Rathbone needs to be starting 11 going forward.
I'm all for that. Hayes says, methinks the result is extra important since it was basically a good away win that I can't win with what I can't describe other than Wrexham team number 2. Still believe that Ollie should be and it chopped off in every starting 11. I'm with you that Rathbone's in every starting 11. I just thought you've got two things that were working against him for being able to get back into it. Is you were waiting on return from health. Parky takes time before he lets his people back in. So you've got to wait for that as the health build up and the slow bleed into the lineup. But now that that's passed and he's proven himself with a couple of really good performances, I don't know how who would you put in over Rathbone?
I don't know. I mean, even defensively, his hustle makes him. He nips so many balls in midfield.
But he's the first pencil in. So, that's a great question from Bryn too. Pretty much Settle McLean has lost his starting position. Am I wrong? Do you think there's any role to going back to the defensive specialist McLean over the Thomason jack of all trades on the left wing side? And Kakache, he's returned from injury. Does he even take it back from Thomason? And I say no. But then I'm not a Kakache fan at all.
Yeah, well, you're definitely a Kakache hater, but
yeah,
I don't
First time I've got a player on the Wrexham squad that I can say I hate. I don't like Kakache at all. Not just because of the injuries. Even when he was healthy, he did absolutely squad. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah, I think the other thing that Thomason's bringing is he seems to have a little bit more of a willingness to be moving forward, maybe a little bit more than McLean, who ends up shading more defensively. And both of them are set piece takers as far as corners go.
Yeah.
And I've always thought McLean was solid, but he was never hit. I was never going, oh, that was the perfect corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Thomason's hit some really nice corners. So I think we've been having an advantage there when he's been kicking them. So unless Thomason has a bad game, I would think he holds off McLean for a while.
I will say, so your left wing back depth chart is yours, Thomason, McLean, Kakache?
Thomason, McLean, Kakache, yeah.
Because as much as I hate Kakache, I would actually put him ahead of McLean. I love McLean.
You hate McLean too, though.
I don't hate him. I just think he's aging out, and I love the guy, and I think he's better defensively than Kakache is, and I'm all for that. But I think that you can get by with relying on your left wing back and not having to have him come in as a defensive specialist. I'd rather have the offensive-minded Kakache come in.
You can't. Okay. Well,
for as a sub, on the starting lineup, McLean ahead of Kakache. If we're talking subs, it's got to be Kakache.
I'm definitely not all about turtling up and bringing in defensive players to just park the bus. I'm not a big fan of that. I think if you're pushing forward, that really stifles their ability to get goals. Whereas if you sit back, they're just going to eventually wear you down. So, yeah, I don't like the idea of bringing in defensive things much either.
Yeah, Randy's saying if Libby gets a full run the second half, you'll see his quality show up. It's possible. There is a rumored game that I missed half or the whole game that Brendan says. I don't remember you telling me that Kakache had a good game, and I never saw it.
Yeah,
but he's looked deplorable.
I'd love to see him get more opportunities,
and I would. And if he can find it, great. I am all for eating cat.
He and Ashfield. I'd like to see a lot more time on the pitch. I would have liked to have seen
Hardy a lot. Shown us so
much, but he's going to be gone. In another couple of weeks.
Ashfield has shown us every single time that he's been asked, he's had answers to questions, right? Kakache has not had answers to questions. He's only made more questions.
By the way, did you see we're in 8th? I mean, all the teams that can hop back ahead of us most likely will, because they're all
playing each other.
No, they're all playing weak teams at the bottom of the table. But if Preston was to lose by 2 goals and by some miracle everyone else that
one goal
today loses, we would be in 7th. So
yeah, 1 goal, because if that would bring them goal differential back to equal to us at 5. Next tiebreaker is goals 4, and we're at 36 to 31, unless it's a 1 goal.
Oh, okay,
it's a 1 goal loss where they score 13 games total. Or 13 goals total in the game between the two sides. But go through it. I mean, we're sitting at 37. So worst case scenario, and it couldn't happen unless a weird game in QPR and all that sort of stuff, but down to 12th. And I don't think that happens because they're playing enough people. But we're up into 8th. We're currently sitting 1 point out of a playoff spot, even though there's games in hand. This is where we need to make hay. We've been talking about it to death as far as Wrexham and the schedule that's coming. This is where it has to happen, that we need to be building our resume. We've got Derby County, who's struggling at the moment. They've been hot. Now they've been cool. Interrupted by an FA Cup. And then we got Norwich. We got Leicester, QPR, Sheffield, all beatable teams. February, an important month as far as teams we're chasing: Millwall, Bristol City, Ipswich. Then we get softer again: Portsmouth, Charlton. But the end of the year, I'm sorry, but going from Southampton, Birmingham, Stoke City, Oxford United, which is an easy one, and then finishing up with
Oxford, no. Stoke right now, no. And and you love them, and I still thought no. And Birmingham's been not.
Birmingham's been beatable. Yeah, Birmingham's been beatable. But it's the softer part of our schedule is right now. So build it up is all that I'm saying. Where are we going from here? We got a doubleheader on Sunday. The men start at 7. The women start at 9, 10. Oh, sorry. Let's go with UK time so everybody can talk about it. The men start at, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 3 and 5:10. So the men start at 3 o'clock. The women will start at 5:10. Big game for the women. Cardiff City, 5-point lead. They have a game in hand. They're going to play each other 3 more times over the end of the season. If they can take points, three points off of Cardiff City, they're going to make it very difficult for Cardiff City to catch up as long as the women take care of things. The inverse of that, if they lose, they've handed the baton off to Cardiff City, who are now in control of their own destiny on the go forward. So it is a massive game for the women. An important game for the men. We'll be here for both, and we're going to run them off of the same stream. So it'll start with Wrexham and Derby County. I will be here with Brendan in the background, just as you saw today, doing that sort of thing. And then we'll do the preview for the girls during the halftime show. Deandra will log in, and we'll bring her in, and we'll catch that during the halftime show. And then I'll go back to the men's game, and then probably 20, 25 minutes before the end of the men's game, 10 to 20 minutes, I guess, before the end of the men's game, the women are going to start. So Deandra's going to keep an eye on it. She'll chip in with what she needs to. We'll wrap up the game, and then we'll jump straight to the women's match. And so we will be going through 4.5, 5 hours. So grab your beers and your pretzels, your coffee, your energy drinks, and whatever else you need, and get snuggled up on the couch or wherever you watch, and we will be there for the doubleheader. 5-game, I'm assuming, Barry, you're saying 5-game, you're predicting a 5-game winning streak on the road? I'd be taking that. And yeah, hey, that's a good shout by Hayes. A lot of the middle teams that are ahead of us have some powder puffs. The thing about the championship is you're always going to get at least a couple of surprises, right? But if you go, Preston's taking on Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, you'd hate to say guaranteed 3-point day, right? Watford's playing on Brum. I would take a 1-1 there. I'd take a Birmingham win too to get up to 34, which is fascinating. But all of these ending up in draws is fine. Millwall's got Southampton. So that's, Southampton now sitting 5 points behind us. Millwall 2 points ahead. I'd take a draw there. QPR's got Norwich. It's good. I'm going to stay for this one, and I'm going to go back and grab the video clips from the head injury and put together a little short video or something that just basically gives the middle finger to the EFL and says that they missed out the opportunity to suspend. They didn't handle the protocol correctly on that one. Player of the match, I think we resounding Rathbone. I don't even think it's worth putting up the poll, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to go through the comments if you have anything to wrap it up.
Smith played a hell of a game. I'm not taking anything. I'm not saying it's not Rathbone. I'm just saying there were a lot of guys hustling their asses off and playing very well. So
interesting that Woody. What's your source for that? You've got the women starting an hour before the men as a 6, because they would have changed that yesterday. Because I was just putting together the stuff yesterday.
Yeah, well, we have time to figure it out.
But if it ends up being a significant overlap, we'll have Deandra in there, and we're comfortable enough with each other that we're good talking over each other. But I'm going to go back to the Wrexham website.
Yeah, we've done streams where we've had 3 people on and multiple scoreboards, and I can pull that all off, so we'll be fine.
I'll check that, Deandra. Thanks. So 9 a.m. and 9:10. That's what I've got, Bryn. So all available on iFollow, and that's where we're at. The Discord, I don't have the link, and maybe put it up there. I got to remember to keep putting it up there, but would love to get you there. Thanks for being with us. We're going to wrap up, and we'll be with you on the 4th for the doubleheader, and onward as the match after that one, Nottingham Forest FA Cup 3rd round. That one's going to be interesting to see exactly who both teams put in, because Nottingham Forest is fighting to stay up in the Premier League, and so I can see them wanting to stretch as far as they can to put in a B lineup that will still get them the win. And Parky likes to make his cup runs. So what's he going to do here? It'll be interesting to see who makes it and who doesn't. I can see a lot of Kakache and Kabore if he's back. Ashfield sliding in. It'll be a good one. But the Hustle B team gets it done. 3 points on the board and a lackluster appearance by Blackburn. Nothing to learn from that one from Blackburn is Jekyll and Hyde. Yes, and Bryn, great shout. Much love to all of you. Have yourself a great 2026. I'm excited to go through another season, another year of doing this with you. And Brendan, thanks so much for covering and filling in for us today. Anything to add before we leave?
No, it's up the town.
And Woody says they could play Mullen in FA Cup because Jan is a free hit. I said that, Woody. They won't play him, though. He'll come in as a penalty kick option and make the documentary advancing us into the 4th round over Nottingham Forest. That's my prediction. But everyone thinks I'm nuts. I'll leave it with that one. We'll see what happens, and I'll probably get mocked for this come January 9th. Much love. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.